Why are there still priests and altars if there are no more animal sacrifices? Because Christ is the high priest. The sacrifice happened once and for all and happens continually outside of time. We enter into that eternal reality, which Christ came into space and time, but then ascended to heaven. So the Eucharist, the mystical supper that he offered is a continuous present. And so on the altar is not a bloodful, or it's a bloodless sacrifice, the Holy Eucharist. And it's constantly happening, present. And so when it happens, when we go to divine liturgy and we celebrate the Eucharist, we are doing it in heaven, right? We're ascending into heaven, as it were. There's only one place it happens. It's in heaven. So the altars are not the altars of the days of old. This has nothing to do with the animal sacrifices. That's all been done away with. And it's no longer necessary. He is the sacrifice which is necessary, and he's done it once and for all. But that's a constant reality we enter into, right? We don't just say, oh, it happened once. This is the same question again and again with Protestantism, with Protestants especially, this idea that what he did just kind of magically is transported to me. And it happened in time, and that's it, and it's done. No, it's a ever-present reality, and I have to enter into that reality. And I have to become a part and partaker of divine nature, as the Apostle Peter says. And how do I do that? In the mysteries, in the Eucharist, in the church, in the divine Eucharist, right? That's where this takes place. I unite myself to that, not just the historical event, but the ever-present event. You know, the anamnesia in Greek, which doesn't mean I remember something that happened once upon a time. It's a commemoration, which means it's ever present. Like we chant in the Orthodox Church, today is Pentecost. Today is the Nativity. Today is Pascha, right? On the feast of all these great feasts, today this thing happened. We don't mean the 24-hour period. We mean the ever-present reality. And we're entering into that, and it's happening right now. Space and time is essentially like elastic in that sense, right? We're not confined to that. God, because Christ is not confined to that, and we're His body. And so we enter into this reality which is outside of space and time, and yet enters into space and time, just like He did in the Incarnation. And He continues in space and time. He didn't abandon us. He didn't leave us. We're not wondering, where is Christ? He's in our midst. Literally, He's in our midst. He's with us in the church, in the body of Christ, in the mysteries, and in the teachings, and all of it. So I don't know. Does that answer your question? I'm just kind of pulling from various, experiences and ideas and teachings that I've gotten over the years, trying to summarize it for you.